this is Rin, owner and designer of Blessing by Design. I'm here today not on an iPad Pro, but on a iPhone 8 Plus. Today I'm going to be seeing the difference between a cheap Dollar Tree stylus when planning on the iPhone versus the $15 Meko high sensitivity stylus. I've heard a lot about these when using them on iPhones, and they're the ones I've been seeing a lot. So I thought it would be fun to do a little video on the differences between these two and if you can get away with the really cheap styluses. But before we get started, I'm going to have to zoom you in because of this little guy. Okay, so first of all here, I am using our 2019 Fresh Life Planner. And first of all, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to open this little box here. So in the Meko box, you get a nice little instruction piece of paper and 2 styluses with all the replacement. And I actually got the black and pink version. I think you can get 2 black, a silver, a blue, a pink. You know, one is a colored, and then I think you can also get silver and pink or something like that. But these are $14.99 on Amazon, and I've heard a lot about these, the type of nib that they have. So I'm just going to go ahead and open these guys up. So what you do is you open this little end here, and out comes the stylus. This is the end that everybody has been raving about, that it's got this little plastic disc on the end, but it's also got the traditional button stylus end. And I'm going to be trying these guys out on, trying to plan on my little iPhone with this stylus. So first of all, let's just go ahead and zoom in and see how this guy works. Well, actually it works pretty well. I would say I definitely like the little disc thing. It definitely helps you keep from going like woo off the screen. And so I will say it does a pretty good job writing and keeping up with the stylus, even though it's not a Bluetooth stylus. So I think it does pretty well. And these are fairly lightweight styluses, so I wouldn't have any problem like carrying this in my purse or anything. So let's go ahead and try to, that time it moved. Did you see that? It moved with the stylus that time. So it may take a few tries to do this, but then again, this isn't a Bluetooth stylus, so it doesn't have the Bluetooth capabilities that others would have, or like the Apple Pencil would have. So don't expect it to be perfect like the Apple Pencil is usually. But I do have a Bluetooth stylus that I actually really like for the iPhone, and they also have a version for the iPad if you don't wish to use the Apple Pencil. And I will leave a link to that in the description below. So let's go ahead and try to write something here. So it actually does a really good job in keeping up. I'm actually really impressed with this end. And so let's go ahead and try the other end. And I think you have to close this like this. I mean, unless you want this cap just rolling around everywhere. And you just kind of, I do like that it's very modular, so you get to pick which size you want. Although that does feel a little weird to have the grip at the back of it, but you can't expect it to be perfect. I am interested to see. I haven't had very good experiences with nibs like this. They're kind of weird because they tend to act like, they tend to think it's a finger. Oh, well, it took me a few tries to get it to draw something. It definitely isn't as perfect as this side. So let's just, come on. Come on. Write something. I have to zoom in here. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so definitely a really big difference. Versus this other side. So definitely a big difference between these two sides. And it definitely makes me nervous for the Dollar Tree version because it only has the soft tip. But let's go ahead and try that guy out. I do like that in the Meko box you do get 2 styluses plus replacement nibs. That is pretty good for $15. And this is like the cheapest I've found. Like I got this at the Dollar Tree, I think, or the dollar store, one of the two. And I think it was 20 to a pack, and they were $1 for 20 styluses. But it definitely makes me nervous from the other one that the soft part of it did not do very well, because I'm assuming that GoodNotes thinks of it as like a finger. It's used to rejecting, like palm rejection. So maybe it thinks it's a finger or something. And I'm just true with, and you can draw with your finger too if you don't want to use a stylus. Okay, well, it actually is doing fairly well. I'm just gonna write something here. I'm not gonna write like a plan. Although you do have to make really big strokes. That is something that's different between the button, the soft side of it, versus the one up here where it was the one with the disc on the bottom of it. You do feel like you have to make bigger letters to make it work. Erasing is great. Erasing is really easy on this one. This nib definitely outperformed this one. I mean, it did do a little bit better, but the thing that makes I would recommend this one over this one is the fact that this one has this side to it. And you could actually probably use these as 2 styluses, like if you had really tiny hands. But I definitely prefer this side. It feels more like an Apple Pencil or more like a pencil. I mean, the disc feels a little bit different, but it definitely feels a lot better. It feels a lot finer than this big old thing. This feels more like you're drawing with your finger. Yeah, it feels like you're drawing with your finger, basically. But I would definitely recommend this Meko stylus to anybody who's looking for a stylus for their iPhone. Now, as I said before, there are Bluetooth options for a iPhone, and I will leave a link to one that I've enjoyed for my iPad as a alternative to an Apple Pencil. I will leave a link to the one for the iPad and for the iPhone in the description below. But that's pretty much it. I would say, I'm not a fan of the soft nib, but definitely the Meko's special nib with the little disc is very nice. And I will leave a link to the Meko styluses in the description below. And I hope this has helped you choosing a stylus for a iPhone. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.